that most people never get to know themselves. That's why self-awareness is so very important. We'll be talking about a young lady that I met today on a platform called Clubhouse. Her name is Joy Pittman, and she was telling me about her father, Gerald Pittman, and the impact that he made in her life. And so today I'm going to share with you a technique and a strategy, and I want you to listen closely. Oh boy, this thing called life, it's so fascinating. So much stuff is happening. And so you have to really focus your mind on taking the blows and keep it moving. You got to, I mean, stuff's happening. You got to, you know, hip a Karate Kid and all that, and keep it moving.
Everyone must struggle. Everyone must suffer. But everybody that is going through something always has a story to tell. Most people that are successful right now had to go through something to get what they got to this day. Some people are not even willing to hurt and to feel that so that they get what it is that they want. But let's go beyond that. What about the other people out here who can't walk? What about the people out there who can't talk? What about the people out there that are suffering from diseases that cannot be cured from? What about you? What about you? What are you going to do about the life you have? How are you going to live? How far are you going to go? Do you feel sorry for yourself because you're having a bad day? Do you feel sorry for yourself because you lost your job? Do you feel sorry for yourself because you just feel like you just not having the day that you want to have because the day that you have is not the way you want it to go? Or do you feel that you deserve a pat on your back because you did a good thing?
You've reached any level of success, you know that failure is a part of it.
One big reason why I can't stand it, public speaking, being on camera. I used to stutter real bad growing up. So you're always having to face these fucking demons that come out of everywhere. You know, people think, you know, because I'm decently successful now, successful not monetarily, but just I've overcome a lot and I have a nice looking resume. But I'm still every day, you know, just battling. So this is why I do it. I do it for my own personal, you know, fears and younger thing about, fuck, man, I'll be out here stuttering and shit. I do them alone. You know, like I pick these hard things that most people think you can't finish anyway. So, you know, you go out there, you grind, you're alone, you're in your own head. I work best alone. So those are easier. You know, I figured out a way to kind of challenge your mind, channel it and challenge it at the same time. And I figured out a way to kind of just have an indestructible toolbox in your mind. So those are easier. I have a gift. It's not a gift of gab. It's just a gift of saying, look, man, I'm vulnerable. I'm very, very human. I'm not God's gift. I'm not Superman. I'm not Batman. I'm not even Robin. But I did figure out some things along my journey.
So I want to share with you, I know some of y'all just like me, you go through these mood swings, stuff happening. You know, one of the things I like to do, I like to get a good night's sleep. You know, that's what my dream is right now, to get a good night, straight 8 hours of deep REM sleep where I can dream and wake up feeling good. But I feel good when I wake up now, I must admit that, because I'm glad I'm here, that I'm not taking the dirt nap. I want to talk to you about the joy of being you. I talked to a young lady today. Her name is Joy Pittman. And I was on this platform, this new platform, I think they call it Clubhouse or something of that nature. And we were talking and she asked me some questions, and then I turned the tables and I started asking her some questions. And then I took some things from her that she learned from her father. And I used that to do a presentation to show her how she can sell her business in a more effective way. She's very good at what she does already. And I'm not just downplaying that, but sometimes you can just get another twist on it. You can model and you can modify. I want you to write this down. Model and modify. I want you to model what I'm going to share with you today. And then you can modify it and keep it for yourself.
It's the ego that gets in the way when you look at failure as something negative. Failure is just a way, some say, to try it again, but to try it differently and try it better. Does that make sense? It doesn't mean quit, give up, poor me, overthink it, stop, say I'm not gonna do it, woe is me. That's not what it means. It means that you did a great job, but you didn't execute. Everybody say it with me, execution is worship. Come on, execution is worship. Listen to me very closely. Nobody is gonna fire you if you execute. People fire you if you try hard and don't execute. No, people come here and tell me, I worked so hard, but you didn't execute. I don't pay you to work hard. I pay you to execute. I pay you to execute. I pay whatever I'm paying you for. If you're doing marketing, I pay you to make me look good and bring more clients. If you're not doing that, I gotta let you go. And if you're doing exactly what you did 4 years ago, I gotta let you go. Because we should be getting better every year. Failure is not a strike against you. Failure just means you're doing something wrong and you're doing something right, but you're not doing enough right, and you need to figure out what you're doing wrong, and you need to make the adjustments so you can execute. Nobody's firing people who execute. People are firing people who try.
So if I kept myself introverted and closed in, no one would ever, realize, man, that big, hard, tough guy over there, man, he's just some superhuman, and they put a title on me. This way, I have to break myself down, let people know that anyone can be who they want to be. That foundation of life that I didn't have, that's how it started off for me, and it's progressively got worse. So when you have a horrible foundation, it's like building a house on a fucked up foundation. This is what you're gonna get. Any kind of earthquake or something happen, the house is gonna go down. Sometimes, it doesn't even take an earthquake. It takes a little windstorm. So that was me. I was just a little windstorm away from breaking all the time, a windstorm away from breaking. But no one knew it. I walked around like I was a pillar of strength at a young age. But that internal conversation you're having back here is this weak little kid, very afraid. And I think that's what makes the book very powerful, because I take you there. I take you to that spot of, I'm superhuman now, so you think, but a lot of people have a lot of problems that they can't overcome.
Okay, so I want you to think right now, somebody that impressed you, she impressed me. Somebody that as you listen to their story, it touched you, it touched your heart. I only tell stories that I can learn from, stories that touch my heart, stories that can hold my attention. And what I got from Joy Pittman, the daughter, she a daddy's girl, Gerald Pittman, when I talked to her, she was describing her father to me, and she's so much like her father. She truly is her father's child. Oh, there's no question about this, but I want you to write this down. The joy of being you. It has been said that most people, when you look at life, they follow the followers. That's why we are told, be ye not conformed to this world. I remember a time that you did not see tattoos on anybody unless they had been in jail for a long time. But tattoos now are everywhere. Why? Because 1 out of 4 people have been incarcerated. And when you're incarcerated, guess what? You cannot draw on the walls. There are penalties for that. Might put you in the hole or something. So people who are incarcerated, they get bored and they put tattoos on each other. And we've had more people in America been incarcerated than any place else on the planet.
People are firing people who put forth effort, but nobody's firing people that get it done. I want you to write that down for me. And the level of execution, what percentage would you give yourself? I execute 70% of the time, 50% of the time, 80% of the time, 90% of the time, 100% of the time. Write that down. I execute. Watch this. The year Tom Brady went undefeated. 16-0. But what happened when they got to the Super Bowl? They lost the Super Bowl. You think the owner was like, we went undefeated, but we lost the Super Bowl. It's okay, guys. That same year, the Giants went 10-6 and didn't win their division. They were in the wild card. They won the Super Bowl. Which one you think they won? 16-0, or you think they won the Super Bowl? There are those of you who are 16-0, but you're not executing when it counts, when it matters. And you get upset because you go to your supervisor, you go to them and you say, but look, I went 18-0, but you didn't win the Super Bowl. I'd rather for you to go 8-8 and win the Super Bowl. So I want you to be honest. Write it down. What percentage? I need 3 or 4 people to be honest with me right now. Got one more. I need you to be honest with me. Who is not executing at 100? No supervisor's gonna say, you know what? I just feel so sorry for you. You're letting your doubt get in the way. Makes my heart. I'm just being real. They're not gonna say that. Do they care? They might care. But in the capitalistic side, you gotta execute.